Alrighty, thank you, Brian. Today's weather might be a good opportunity to stay in later tonight, reflect and meditate. We've been showcasing the benefits of meditation and yoga for the last few months, but there's still maybe some things stopping you from getting started. That's why our live guest is here to help break down some of those barriers. I'd like to welcome Nicole Walters joining us live. She's the owner of the nonprofit yoga studio Ahava Collective in Greensboro. Nicole, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Hi, good morning. Always a pleasure.
So let's first start with some of those common misconceptions that are out there surrounding yoga and meditation.
Well, this is a great question and topic, and it's the biggest reason why the collective even exists. So to talk about some of the things that can keep people away from coming into studios or actually practicing, we first have to talk about how there's such a lack of representation for so many communities, particularly in lower income and marginalized communities. So when you're looking at the way that the practice and studios are being advertised through mainstream social media, then it's going to be hard to connect and feel as though those practices are accessible to you.
So that's the key thing, is just being available to reach everyone.
Yes, absolutely. So here what we try to do is create a space, like a platform and an image where people can see themselves first, like in pictures that we're posting, different things like that. Because what started happening for me, I was teaching in a lot of these marginalized communities and lower income communities, and they would be with me for brief periods of time, and then they would want to expand their practice, but then they felt that it wasn't accessible to them for various reasons.
So what is your response to someone if they say, you know, I can't participate in yoga or meditation because of what I look like, or because of my body type, or my gender, or age?
Okay, so my response is come to the collective, because here you will see such a beautiful rainbow of people, and you will meet people from so many different backgrounds. And most importantly, none of us question what experiences each other have had, where we are coming from. When you walk in here, there's nothing administrative that happens. You literally walk into the room, we sit down, and we start community together. No questions asked.
We're showing some images of some gentlemen maybe doing some like meditation practices. What can you speak to regarding that?
So one of the things that we really cherish here is creating space where people feel as though these practices are accessible to them. So one of the things that we really strive to do is, number one, not think that we know all of the answers, right? So we literally get feedback from students. I ask questions in communities. We make extensive efforts to be proactive in educating ourselves, our entire teaching staff, and anyone who is part of the collective, in ways to create more inclusive and diverse environments in a safe and compassionate way.
I think that's what really sets you apart from other studios. I was going to ask you, what makes the collective different in so many different aspects, and I think you just spoke to that.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely what we pride ourselves in. And like I said, we don't ever claim to have the answers to everything, but what we do claim is that we are 100% dedicated to continue to grow and learn and create space for everyone. I truly believe that there is a place for each of us, and that might look different for different people. And for here, we just want to come together in community and create space. So regardless of how much money you make, regardless of what you've done, where you've been, your size, anything at all, the color of your skin, we are all here together just trying to form union and create space where we can practice without any judgment or concern.
Nicole, thank you so much for what you do and for joining us here on the Local Vibe. We'll see you next Monday. And you can learn more about her studio at ahava-collective.com. The website's on your screen now, or walk in, take a visit there. It's on South Meadow Hall Street in Greensboro.